Hello, everyone. This your girl Regina Young, and the Zy Boys Resource Center. We're still up. So now we're moving on, and we're going to talk about the coronavirus and nursing homes. I used to work at a nursing home before I went to change in the field that I'm in. I'm still in the medical field, but I do not go and work in the nursing homes. Um, Unless there's a caseload there and there's a person there that's going to be leaving the nursing home and coming home, um, and we're preparing them because we want them to get back to normal and make sure they have food and make sure they just have everything that they need when they come home. Some people come home from the nursing homes and they don't have loved ones. They don't have anyone to take care of them. You gotta excuse me, my son is right next to me. He's sleeping and he's still snoring. So the pros and cons about your loved ones being in a nursing home. Well, at this point in time, it's more cons than pros. Um, because a lot of people, we work and we don't know how to take care of our loved ones, so we put them in a nurse home and expect the nursing home to make sure they're taken care of and they're well, taken care of pretty much. The thing is with the coronavirus, it doesn't have to be the nursing home. If you listen to this gentleman talk on PBS News Hour from April the 14th episode, he's going to talk about how, and it's true, we as nurses, HHAs, CNAs, LPNs, doctors, we go from room to room. And so if I'm in the room with Mrs. Lubbar and I give her care, yes, I'm going to change my gloves and stuff, but the chances are the of the nurses or doctors changing their masks in every single room, I'm gonna tell you now, I'm gonna be honest, it's slim to none. They might change their gloves, but masks are very hard to find right now due to the fact that they weren't prepared. They should have ordered this stuff a long time ago, and a lot of places are just ordering it in March. I think what it is, a lot of people thought, okay, in January, okay, yeah, there are some states with it, but it's going to blow off. I think it was like pretty much, according to Donald Trump, he talks about 15. So I'm thinking when he's saying 15, he's saying 15 states out of 50 to 52 states that people really count. So they thought it was just going to stop there. But in February, it really got real heavy. And they started telling them, hey, you need to advise the public. You need to tell people. But it was the governor as well as the president that should advise the people. And then in March the 16th, Donald Trump decides to, hey, we're going to issue state of emergencies worldwide. And then the governors came in and said, hey, there's no school. So that's the thing. They waited too late, too long. I think people died, unfortunately, unnecessary. And I can say this because my mom she's dead and gone. But if I was a person that was raised by my grandmother and knowing that the elderly people are high risk and she passed away due to coronavirus, I think I would be mad. I think I would be mad because they knew, and a lot of people didn't tell people. Some people lost people that they really love. There was a couple that had been married for 53 years that died days apart from the coronavirus. Stuff like that, when I hear it, it bothers me because I'm a single mom with 3 special need kids. And I don't know what I would do if something should happen to my kids. And I remember when we were in our car accident on March the 21st, I was going out and we were in my SUV, my 2018 SUV. It was a Dodge Journey. And we were in that vehicle and I had just went shopping, preparing myself and other families for the coronavirus. And I had tons of meat. And I talk about this on Facebook. I had a whole bunch of meat. I had a whole bunch of product for people. And the girl came out of nowhere. She wasn't paying attention. and she had a big boy. It was bigger than my SUV. And she ran smack on the driver's side and caused my son to break his collarbone. And he was screaming and crying and yelling. And I remember not knowing what to do. And because of the coronavirus, my son didn't get the proper care that he needed because of the coronavirus. Like, technically, my son needs to go to physical therapy right now, but he can't go because most of the physical therapies and stuff, they're closed. They're doing over the internet, over the computer for therapy. And even though I'm in the medical field and I know how to do range of motion and all that stuff, I don't know what part of the bone to really work with when it's been broken. And even though my son got hurt in a car accident and everything, he doesn't want people to look at him as an injured child. So, like, he's allowed to take his spling off from his arm. And we still go out to the events. We have people to come and they help set up and they put the tables out for us and everything like that. He still goes out and help people during coronavirus time because he knows that there's so many people that need help, and he knows that there's so many of them that don't have food, and he knows that if we don't go out and help them and deliver food, that they will go without eating. Like, this is a strong boy that I'm so thankful that I raised my kids right, because now the coronavirus is here. I hear him say, "Mom, I know we're hurt. I know, we're in pain. I know we're suffering. But Mom, if we don't get the people to give us the stuff so we can uh, get the people to set up the table so we can be out there to set up and watch them so they can help us organize and pass out the food, there's going to be somebody that goes without eating." And that's a true statement, because here we are at coronavirus, and there are so many people that have loved ones that they would originally go do stuff for them. They can't leave their state because their loved one lives in another state. Or they can't go to the nursing home and see them because their loved ones are in the nursing home. When they were telling me that my son, if he had to have surgery, I would have to leave my 2 kids to be with one kid in the hospital. And they were saying, like, my other kids wouldn't be able to see their brother while he was recovering if he had to have surgery. I had to make that decision, and they were saying nobody else could see my son. But I thank God that, the accident was what it was. But we didn't have to go as far as to the point that we had to do that, but I thank God that my son still wanted to go out there and help people. His heart, his mind, his soul was just amazing how he loves people. He has a good heart. And I mean, when everybody said, well, how do you come up with Regina Young and the Zy Boys Resource Center? What a lot of people don't know is I was in a car accident, and they said I was going to have a hard time walking, or I wouldn't be able to walk, and I was having spasms, and I was going through. I couldn't take care of myself by myself, and through the grace of God, I was blessed to be able to do that. And then my son had to have heart surgery, and it was like he made it out of his surgery, and he was just like, Mom, you need to open up the nonprofit organization. And I remember taking my tax money that year to start Regina Young and the Zy Boys Resource Center, because my heart was so big and I wanted to help so many people. And I'm just so thankful how we've been blessed. And I get emotional when I think about my kids because they go through so much. And my older son, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many surgeries he's had. And he's an autistic child. And he loves to help people. That's a good feeling, guys. And if we have those kind of people in this economy, we need to work together. Pray, stay home.